What's up, guys? So these are the crafting stations that Crowfall just recently announced, showing off some concept art and what they're going to look like and giving us a little bit more information on what to go off of. So the first big thing is that they're trying to make it very similar to Star Wars Galaxy crafting, and of course a better version of that. There's been a lot of speculation about Star Wars Galaxy being like the best crafting system of all time, and so complex and ingenious and so forth. I, unfortunately, was not able to take part of Star Wars Galaxy because at that time, I mean, this game came out in 2003, I believe, and I'm like high school, barely with dial-up and, you know, fingers crossed that I can connect to the internet. So a little bit before my time to play the Star Wars Galaxy game. So I'm looking for anyone that knows information about the crafting in Star Wars Galaxy. If you got that information, post that. Give us a short synopsis of what the heck that is. Why is it so coveted as probably the best crafting system in an MMORPG? And yeah, what you think it means for Crowfall in the future. What we can look at, though, is what they've said here about the crafting system in Crowfall. So it says you're going to be able to compile a whole bunch of different materials to make different, you know, items, materials, resources, and you're not going to be set down to a specific one type. You need, you know, 10 iron and 10 copper to make this sword. You're going to be able to kind of freely customize the different materials to make different kinds of swords and different kinds of weapons with the same kind of recipe. So that's a really cool concept as well. But sadly, I think in this day and age, once people start realizing the correct kind of crafting recipes to make, you know, the best sword out there, it's going to be all over the internet. Sure, it will take some time because this is a PvP game, and the PvP players generally keep those trade secrets to themselves. But for the most part, there's wikis, there's Reddits, there's forums, and there's a lot of communities now that are very open with sharing and getting out that information. So there's going to be secrets in the game, of course. But once those recipes start coming to the light, people like myself and other YouTubers and Twitchers and content creators are going to be putting out guides and information on how to craft these weapons and armors, like kind of what the best resources are to use. I'm sure there's going to be some RNG involved, especially with the stats. They're also saying that you're going to insert a thrall into the crafting stations, and they will grant buffs and stats to the crafting process to enable the creation of, you know, blueprints. These stations also act as factories for mass production. And then that's when they go on to say it's like just like the bulk production runs of Star Wars Galaxies. So the system overall, from what I understand, is a very, very similar to Star Wars Galaxy. We have, you know, a couple of the guys here on Crowfall actually worked hand in hand with Star Wars Galaxy. So, you know, you got your points there. That's why it's very similar. Overall, I think it's going to be great. They said you could actually be a 100% crafter in this game if you want to be. I think that's really cool. And if they succeed with that, there's not many games out there that allow you to be, you know, fully invested in one area and specialize in that one area and really make, you know, your entire gameplay experience all about, say, crafting or gathering or harvesting, like, and just being the best at that and actually have a reward for that. So, like, if you're the best master crafter out there, people will know who you are and, you know, whisper you. You'll have, you know, offers coming on forums and people shouting at you, trying to get you to craft their gear, and you're obviously going to be producing the best gear on the server, and then of course it will have your name plastered on there somewhere, and it will show people, other players, that, oh hey, you know, so and so crafted this, you know, he's the best. So that's really cool and exciting. Anyway, again, post more information about Star Wars Galaxies. I would love to hear from you guys. I've tried to do a little bit of research on that, but it seems quite complex. It seems really, really complex, and that's amazing because the game was, again, like 2003, so 13 years ago. A massive undertaking there, and it has a lot of great memories for so many players. Love to hear some stories of Star Wars Galaxies and what you thought about the game. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later. That is the updates here with Crowfall, and as always, you can get free beta access by signing up down below, and also 5% off your first purchase with my referral link. That is my referral link, so we work together with Artcraft and myself to get you that 5% discount